Hello, I'm Jeff Savage, and I'm here today with author Kelly Christina to talk about her new book, which is launching this month.
Well, hello, Jeff Savage, and very happy to be here. And this is actually March, very exciting month and book launching for Riding the Executive Roller Coaster, Medical Staffing Cases.
Now, Kelly, I understand you have a book that went international bestseller already this month. How do you feel about the book?
Well, Jeff, I am very, very passionate, obviously, about this book because it tells a storyline from 2010 to 2018, and of course, it's my storyline. So first, you have to live the life, pull the stunts, and then write the story. And of course, some of our podcasters are already calling the book a crime drama. I love that, crime drama. I call it a fictional characters based on real life events and, of course, court cases and government work that went down in this country in a period of the last decade. It's also, there's a couple personalities of the book, and it's got a very motivational edge for those people in life that have fallen down and they know what it's like to be smashed down in a ditch. And then, of course, how do you rebuild life and how do you get back on top? I'm a big believer, do you have what it takes to get back up on top, okay? Because what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. That's the storyline in this book.
Now, who is your California publisher, and can you tell us a little bit more about the book? You mentioned that this is a fictional tale based on real-life events. Care to explain?
I can explain all day. I love this book. But first, before I even start, I really, really want to thank my California, she's actually out of San Diego, publisher, Sandy Missouri. And of course, I met Sandy in, New York City about, I think, 3 years ago, Carnegie Hall. And of course, it was a business and a public speaking event. I certainly could not finish this rewriting project and this book promotion without her. Now, the magic of this book is in 2018, I've had hundreds upon hundreds of people beg me for the original 225-page litigation book that went to the White House and Donald Trump. So we call this the famous Donald Trump book, and it is a federal investigation. Now, on the book, here's the catch. For legal purposes, we can't sell that book. This is a rewrite of original federal investigation, court cases, litigation that went down in medical staffing. It's a rewrite and it tells the storyline from 2010 to 2018. For cool effects, I left in original documents. I just think that's kind of cool, Information left off for legal reasons, but let's tell the story to the general public. Court cases, lawsuits, Washington, D.C., FBI, government officials, serious side. And it's also the reason why I stand in my industry and I fight to regulate for more fair laws in medical staffing. That book tells the story.
Tell us any details on how the original lawsuits got started in your industry?
Absolutely, Jeff. Original lawsuit, 2010, two major components. Number one, staffing company owner hires for a white-collar recruiter position a gentleman out of the state penitentiary. Stop for a moment. Stop. Very risky decision for a company, okay? Number two, we had a female VP in 2010. Now, the men in Texas like to call her a stalker. Read the book. She gets caught in an inner office affair and stalking, and that started the original lawsuit. Of course, the original lawsuit will snowball into future court cases in the book.
You mentioned this is an inspirational story about rebuilding your life, from being on top, falling, and rebuilding your company as an industry executive. There are some parts in the book about being homeless in 2011. Care to comment?
Absolutely, Jeff. There are a couple chapters on me being homeless. So I am the character Catherine Lane in the book, but I'm known as the ever famous homeless recruiter. Now the question is, in 2010, when the original lawsuit started, should have I gone homeless? No, I should not have. My attorneys at the time, 4 Dallas attorneys, we don't need to talk about their names. They call me the whistleblower. And so the whistleblower and actually a lot of the staff, we remained innocent of all office, what was going on. However, for me to keep my job and for me to keep $100,000 of my commission money, okay, all I was asked to do is lie to a Texas judge or, turn the story around, okay? And with all good honesty and integrity, I was innocent, and I'm not going to lie to a Texas judge. So out the door I went. Now, in my industry, we do have, especially top producers, we do have what are called non-competes, which means for a specified amount of time, you will not work in your industry. So the after effects of the first lawsuit was, yes, I would stay out of litigation, but yes, I would go homeless. This is a very humbling time in your life. And current day, and gosh, for the last 7 years, when I do talk to government officials about our underprivileged, a lot of these lessons I learned in 2011 while I was on the street. And it's a very eye-awakening, humbling experience, and it will change your life.
Now, what was the worst experience during that homeless year of 2011?
Jeff, I'm going to answer this question, and you're going to see a smile on my face, but I'm sure you know in 2011 when I was homeless, this was not funny. So you go from North Dallas, condos, convertibles, nice clothes. I, for my entire career, was a pretty smart, classy business female. To 2011, you're walking the streets, and yes, it happens. Men mistake you for a hooker. So the question is, when men mistake you as a hooker, do you need to use self-defense? Oh, absolutely, and I know self-defense. So I must warn you, if you're an attacker, I'm gonna make you cry.
Now, Kelly, what kind of reader is going to enjoy this book?
Okay, we're gonna have different types of readers because there's different personalities of the book. Serious-minded readers that like legal, court cases, attorneys, Washington, D.C., FBI, government officials will absolutely, especially attorneys, love this book. But also readers that like drama. We have plenty of drama. We've got lots of people, lots of drama, very juicy story. And then our third type of reader is going to be the one that does like the motivational stories. How do you, when you fall down, how do you get up? And for us hardcore survivors that have gotten up, how do you get up? You get up one day at a time, 1 week at a time, one problem at a time, and it's a very long process. But when you do get up, you're stronger, thicker skinned, and hopefully you've learned from your lessons and you do better in the future.
Why did the news and the media follow you around for 3 years in the story? What is the excitement?
The excitement. Well, first, the news follows you around when it's a juicy story. But the larger answer is that I'm the individual that filed a federal investigation based on this entire story and documents in that story. The question is who should have filed the federal investigation? That was, of course, President Obama. He skipped a special appointment in 2013, so I learned how to file a federal investigation. I filed it myself in 2016. So the answer is, it's a federal investigation, and it also tells the story of my government work. Current day, I public speak, and when I'm talking to the medical industry, we're talking about more fair laws and fair play in medical staffing. And collectively, the staffing industry is a little over 200 billion in this industry. So it's a very large industry, and I advocate more fair laws.
Great. So why did the news and the media follow you around for 3 years in the story? What is the excitement?
Read the book, Jeff. I'm kidding. Okay, well, the number one, why the news would follow me around for 3 years is it's a federal investigation that I personally learned, and obviously I knew the right people, how to file a federal investigation in this country, and that was done in 2016. Now, who was supposed to file it? President Obama skipped a special appointment in January 2014. And so I took it upon myself. But also, besides it's a juicy story, Jeff, it's the reason why current day when I am out in the medical industry and public speaking, you see me on stage, I advocate for my industry, more fair laws, less greedy laws. And the book goes over broken unemployment laws, and it tells the story from my fight on, oh, by the way, let's pay our people. And so my industry, of course, is medical staffing, but collectively the staffing industry is a little over $200 billion. And I would like to iron out and create more fair laws, more fair for both the company owners and our employees.
Well, thank you, Kelly, and congratulations on the international bestseller. Where can readers find your book?
Okay, where can you find the book? I'm writing The Executive Roller Coaster, Medical Staffing Cases. You can find it on, of course, Amazon, Kindle books, very soon Barnes & Noble, and we will have more announcements coming. Or you can just pull us up right on the internet. I have a new author website. It's www.kellydennehychristina.com, and both my listed books and a little bit more information on the books is right on the page. And Jeff, I wanted to thank you for taking the time today to talk through my new book project, and I'm just wishing you an awesome year with great success, and we're going to run into each other again.
Absolutely. Great to see you.